practice. Perfect. Okay, yay. So I'm going to start us on the mat. Any of my advanced friends, if you want to put your balas on, you can. When we stand, it'll be similar, a little bit more circuit style with some traditional. I'm going to move a little bit faster. If anyone needs the modification, you're just going to go slower. So my cues might be a little bit faster. All I want you to do is think about a tempo 3 count. I'll talk you through it. But I am going to just try to get us a little bit sweaty, heart rates up a little bit more today. I love that. To watch. Who needs a watch? Okay, let me just get my little timer started so I can pay attention to it. And then everyone can lay down and on their backs and pull their knees into their chest. We're going to start slow, dive right into abs fairly quickly, and then I'm going to stand you up and get you warm. So as you lay on that mat for me, just bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a really big hug. Just start to set that intention today, thinking about how hard your body's going to work for you. And then you can go enjoy some family. Take one more big inhale here. And then I want you to go ahead into that nice dead bug position that we've been working on. We're going to go ahead and bring knees right over top of those hips. And then hands will reach up towards the ceiling, going right into the extra challenge. You're going to lift all the way up. We're going to reach right arm, left leg. We're going to come back to center. Then that right arm, left leg. The add-on here is then both arms, both legs. We come back to center. So you're just advancing the things one step further this morning. What I want you to think about here is your breath. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you pull back in. Your modification is going to be to keep head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. You do not have to lift those up. So extend, inhale and exhale. I want you to even go a hint slower. Think about the time under tension here. As you exhale to bring your knee back to that tabletop and your arm back up, think, can I pull my lower back into that mat any further? We've got 10 seconds left right here. Beautiful, Kara. Really nice form. Everyone's breathing through this. Shoulders relax. In 5 seconds, you're going to come back to the top. Arms reach up overhead. Legs at tabletop in 3, in 2. Now bring your hands behind your head for me. You're going to go to that right side only, back to center. So, excuse me, right elbow, left knee. If you're on the other side, it's okay because we'll switch. So you're just twisting right elbow, left knee, full extension right here. Stay lifted for 10 and 9. Reach for 8, back for 7, go 6 and 5. You have it. 4 and 3, final 2. I need you to hold that right elbow to that left knee. Yes, you can. Take a big inhale. It's an isometric hold. Now reach that right arm past that left knee. Hold for 8, hold for 7. Can you point through your toe? Can you come up 1 inch higher for 4, 3, back through center, and 2 on 1, come back through center. Left arm, right knee, center, right to that right knee, back to center. We're just twisting with control. That left leg goes nice and long and strong. You come back there center. I need 10 and 9. Nice, Max. 8 and 7. Good. 6 and 5. We hold in 4. Find that first isometric hold in 2. Bring that elbow towards that knee. Lift up 1 inch higher. Reach past that knee. Take a big inhale. You have 8. You have 7. Can you lift your shoulders any higher? Good morning, Ruby Lou. You've got 4. 3, last 2, come back through center. You're going to go into your regular crunches, lower down, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, squeeze to lift. You're doing great. As you inhale, you're resetting here. I want you to think, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Elbows stay wide. You're pressing your head into your hands. You're pulling belly button into that mat. You're holding at the top in 3. Anyone with neck issues, keep your neck down. In 2, hold at the top on 1. Now you're going to tap your right toe down. You bring it back up. You tap your left toe down. You get to find that crunch in between. I want you to focus on lower abs here. If it's too much on your neck to stay lifted, just focus on your toe taps and keep your head, neck, and shoulders down. If you have the ability to lift up into that isometric hold while you tap right toe and that left toe with that crunch, you're there for 15 more seconds. You're doing great. Take that breath. You have a couple more changes before we find that break. If you need the break, you take it when you have to. We've got 5 seconds here. We hold center in 4. Hold center for me in 3. Yes, you can. In 2 on 1. Can you put your hands behind your head? Your feet are going to go flat on that mat. You're going to reach for your ankles. You tap right heel, left heel, tap that right heel. We've been talking about this. Take your time under tension here. Try to feel that big reach, that pinch in your obliques for 8, for 7. Yes, you can. For 6, you're doing great. 5 and 4, final 3 and 2. Last one, come back through center, lower all the way down. We're in our final 2 changes of this first series. Legs go long and strong. You know where I'm headed, except this time you're going to take right hand towards that left ankle, come all the way back down, left hand towards that right. You're in an alternating via, but I just want you to think opposite hand to opposite ankle. You are so strong right here. I know you're fatigued. Everyone's going to roll yourself up at your own pace. You go into your first plank and then we rest. We get ready to stand. That 5-minute ab series always feels so good to start it off. Give me 5, lower down. Nice. 4, beautiful. Keep reaching. 3, you have this. For 2, on 1, bring your knees into your chest. You rock yourself up. You find that forearm plank as quickly as you can. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Just get there, get there, get there, get there. Find your breath. Find your breath for me. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, what I want you to think about is, can I squeeze inner thighs any tighter together? So you're in a forearm plank. No movement. I don't want you to add anything to this. I just want you to contract that whole body. So you're zipping from your ankles, inner thighs up to your seat. You're going to lift your seat up just a centimeter here, and then you're going to tuck under, feeling belly button pull to spine, and then those shoulders nice and strong as you press into that mat for me. You just hit your halfway point. You have 30 more seconds. We're walking up to our hands to find our downward dog. If that's too much for anyone, you find your child's pose. You meet us when you're ready. 20 seconds to go. Can you take a big inhale here? As you exhale, even if you found a modified plank, can you think about a hair of a tuck, that hint of a tuck in your tailbone, belly button's pulling up, and our shoulders are relaxed away from our ears, no shoulder earrings. We breathe. Last 10, 9 and 8. Can our friends who are coming to our hands walk up to your hands right now? Open those feet up. You're in a downward dog in 3, 2, 1. Find that downward dog. If you're finding that child's pose, that's fine too. Well, look at those tight little legs. Everyone, if you're in that downward dog, take your time. Bend that right knee, press through that left. We've got some tight hips around some of these rooms. Big inhale here. Big exhale, take your time. You're gonna walk your feet into your hands into your feet for me. And then I want you to just hang there nice and heavy. No one has to rush right here. Hang there, grab opposite elbows, and just start to rock like that tree swaying in the wind. We'll come back to center. We'll release those elbows, and then we'll roll ourselves all the way up to the top. Roll yourself all the way up to the top, and here's where we'll have some fun. Once you get to the top here, I'm not going to have you grab any weights for that first set, first series. I am going to have you go up and down. So my friends who need a modification, you can always stay in the squats. You can find holds when we walk out. I'll talk you through what we're doing. You're going to give me 3 squats. So we're going to do this together. You're going to give me 3 squats. You're going to hold at the bottom on the last one. You're going to walk yourself out, and then you're going to give me 6, 3 each elbow in that climber. You walk yourself right back in. We go again. First series, we get our heart rate up. You're going to find your squats for me in 3, in 2. It's 3 squats, down and up, down and up, down and up. On that last one, you hold at the bottom, you walk yourself out into your plank. These are slow. Right knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow. Only 6. You come back through center, you walk yourself back up. You can take these as slow or as fast as you want. You're here for a full minute. You're 15 seconds in. I want your heart rate to get up. We go into legs and we find some tempo after this. The point right here is just a little sweat, a little burn. You're doing great. 30 seconds to go. When you find your squats, do not lose your form. You keep the weight into your heels, you press your knees out, and you find really, really good contractions in those abs, in those glutes. You hold at the bottom, you walk yourself all the way out, and then you find your abs and shoulders. Wake them up. Yes, you can. In 10 seconds, you're going to meet me in a squat hold. Good. 8 and 7. Keep fighting for me right here. The squats look great, Max. 4. Good. 3, wherever you are, friends, take your time. You finish those last set of climbers. You walk back in. Everyone meets me in a hold, and we're just going to pulse at the bottom while we're warm. Heels turn in, toes turn out. Your chest is nice and proud. We're pressing hands together and we're just pulsing. Yes, we are. We're pulsing for 20 seconds. We're 10 seconds into it. We're going back just to our squats. You're not going back into that plank. So you're going to find a tempo for me. 3 counts up, 3 counts down, and 3, in 2, on 1. It's 3, 2, 1, lower, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3, lower, 2, 3. Nice and slow and controlled here. What we did is we got our heart rate up just to get ourselves nice and warm. Now we're going to slow it down while our heart rates are up, and you're going to find that time under tension. I need you to bring the weight into your heels for me. You're going back into your pulses. Yes, you can. You should be warm. If it's too much, just hold for me at the bottom. 4, good. 3, perfect. 2, hold at the bottom for me. Back to the bottom, back to those pulses. Now, instead of squeezing down an inch and up an inch, can you press your knees out an inch? Out an inch right here. Stay low and controlled. Yes, you can. You have 10 seconds and you're in a hold in 8. Let your legs get so warm for me. 7 and 6. We hold in 5. Yes, you can. 4 in 3. We hold in 2. Now just freeze for me. I know you want to stand. Can you give me 8 seconds? Can you bring the weight back into your heel? Can you sink down any lower? 5, 4, back to full range squats with a heel lift, and 3, full range squats, and 2, full range squats right here. Lower down, lift all the way up. Give me a heel raise at the top. Yes, you can. Give me that heel raise at the top. Lower all the way down. You do not have to make this a fire drill. If you want to slow it down to find your form, find your form. You're holding at the top. We go into those little heel lifts in 5. Yes, you can. 4, beautiful. 3, squeeze those thighs at the top. 2, hold at the top. 1 inch heel lifts right here. 1 inch heel lifts. It might be good, feel good to put hands in prayer. If you want to hold your hands out in front of you to find your form and make sure you don't lose your balance, you can. You should feel pretty good in this movement. Your range of motion will change because your feet are not quite in that second position. You have heel raises here for 10, heel raises here. Good. 8 and 7, perfect. 6 and 5, we hold in 4, we hold in 3, beautiful. 2, freeze for me at the top. Freeze for me at the top. Good. Can you walk those feet a little bit further apart so you're in that second position? Get nice and cozy here. Hands are going to come out in front or in prayer. Keep your heels raised. We lower down. 2, 3, we lift it up. 2 and 3, we lower down. 2, 3, we lift it up. 2 and 3. You're here for 15 more seconds. If you can keep your heels lifted, stay slow and controlled for me. Our heels are going to lower in 4 and 3. Hold in 2. Lower your heels. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. Lift your heels. Yes, you can. We transition from that squat series into that second position and everyone looks great. Heels lower. Heels lift. Your heart rate should be up. Just embrace that. When your mind tells you you need a break, give yourself a couple more changes. Heels stay down in 3, lift them one more time for 2. Now keep heels down, start to pulse. Down an inch and up an inch. Everyone take a moment in these pulses to reset. Are my shoulders relaxed? Am I sliding down that imaginary wall? You have this. Take the big inhale, press your knees back. You have 5 more pulses, 4 more pulses. Yes, you can. 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold. 20 seconds and I let you stand. So I need you to either press your palms together, drive your heels into that mat so that you can lift your toes. Can you find the shakes right here? In 10 seconds, you're going to stand for me. We are going to grab some weights. You're doing good. Hold for 5. Take one more big inhale. Good. 3, 2, 1, stand and rest. Take a big inhale, take some water, and then we're going to grab weights. We're going to stay standing in our arm series. Good. I haven't been the headless instructor in a long time. From here, legs get a hint of a break. We're going to grab those weights and we're going to go into that nice big wide T right here. So I do want you in that nice big inhale, soft bend in your knees, arms are reaching long and strong. Take a big inhale here for me. We're in that first hold, just letting everyone meet me. When you take the big inhale, exhale, contract through your abs, try to reach your arms 1 inch longer. Or 1 inch to that opposition. 5 seconds right here. Good. 4. We hold for 3. In 2, just rotate palms towards me, palms away. Here's where we slow things down. Palms towards me, palms away. Good. We've got 10 and 9. You have 8 and 7. Good. 6 and 5. No pulse, just that rotation for 4. Good. 3. Final 2. On 1, turn your palms towards the floor. Now circle towards me. It's a slow series. I want you to want to drop the weights. Tiny and controlled circles. I want you to think about how strong you are in these movements. When you're circling towards me, your shoulders, they just melt away from your ears. Your abs have to stay contracted. If you're in a tight space, it's okay if you walk arms forward a little bit, just so you're not hitting your neighbor. Reverse your circle in 3, in 2. Everyone reverse circle right here. Are your knees bent? If you have a ball and you want to put it between your thighs, you're welcome to, but you just make sure your knees are supporting you. You don't lock anything out. You're reversing that circle for 6. I want you to want to drop your arms and to bring them back up. So fight for the failure here. 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold, 1, freeze for me. Now down an inch and up an inch. It's a mean series. Down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. Think to yourself, where are you squeezing? Where are you contracting? Your abs should help you through this. Legs are standing. Good. So I've said, nope, I'm done with this. 6 right here. Good. 5 and 4. We hold in 3. Hold in 2 for me. On 1, you freeze. Palms face the ceiling. We do a high curl. It's like an active recovery. That feels good. I know. Full extension. Pull arms back in. Full extension. Pull arms back in. We've got 10 and 9. 8. We're going to go into a goalpost position in 7, in 6. Hang in there. 5 and 4. Final 3 and 2. On that last one, arms come to a goalpost. Palms are going to face me. We squeeze in, press out. Squeeze in, press out. We pull in and press right here for 10 and 9. Fatigue it. 8 and 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, final 2 right here. Bring arms back in, just hold. Pulse up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Pulse up and down. Yes, you can. 10, 9, 8, 7. Pulse 6 and 5. We hold in 4. We hold in 3, 2. Freeze for me. Here's where I'm going to get nicer. From here, you're going to hinge forward. Bring those elbows right next to your side. We open up, squeeze that back, lower down. Open up, squeeze the top of that back, lower down. Your backs are so strong, you're going to have a heavier weight. So think about this like a break and not in your shoulders. Here's what I want you to think about. You're opening elbows like you're going into that hangman. So instead of just thinking about pulling them up, think about lifting them out to the side. Lifting them out to the side. Yes, like you're just flying away. 8, 7, 6. Tricep kickbacks on deck in 5. Good. 4 and 3. So if you're going to be in this in tricep kickbacks, everyone pull elbows down. Both arms press back. Both arms come in. Relax in the kickback here. I did an arm workout class on Monday and I still can't feel my triceps. Like, I can't believe I'm still in pain 4 days later. From here, keep staying in that tricep kickback. Okay, good. 15 seconds in the kickback. Make this nice and deliberate. We're going to put both movements together. You're almost out of your arms. Kick back, pull in. I need your knees bent. You're looking about 3 feet in front of you. Now, everyone start to give me 1 to 2 counts at the top. So when you squeeze your triceps back, squeeze as tight as you can, then release it. In 5 seconds, we're going to put both movements together. You bring elbows in. You're going to give me 1 of those wide extensions, 1 kick back. Add that extension back in of those elbows in that hangman position, and then give me that kick back. Yes, you can. You have 10 seconds right here. We're going to reach those arms and weights down to the floor. You've got a plank series before our break in those arms. Don't worry about your computers. If you need to move anything, you can, but you're not here long. In 5, we're coming down to that mat. In 4, I need you to fight for it. In 3, in 2, arms come down, reach them down towards that mat. As you reach hands down, you ditch those weights, you walk back into your plank. We're starting in a high plank. My friends who need to go into that modified plank, it's fine to do that, or that forearm plank. But if you can stay high plank for me for 2 changes, this is your moment to do that. You're going to open your feet and you're going to go into your shoulder taps. Yes. Next time I'm going to have people start writing in the chat what they want to request right here anonymously. We're going to start with taps. And I want you to just control everything. In 5 seconds, I want you to just hold center. We're going to start walking our feet out, out, in, in. Anyone who needs a modification, I care more about the plank hold. You do not have anyone to impress but yourself right here. So I need you to fight to stay in that full plank if you can. Now hold center for me. Start walking those feet out, out, in. Full body's working for you right here. You walk out, in, walk out, in. 10 seconds and we're back to our hold. You walk to your forearm plank to finish out this little break in between those legs, arms, just to wake abs back up. We get to rest in less than a minute. Everyone's on their forearms in 5, 4, 3, and 2. Find your forearms. Take a big inhale. Your elbows right here are right under your shoulders. As you exhale, press into that mat. Planks look great, Kara. Hold on to that. Big inhale, friends. 30 seconds is what I need from you. And by that 30 seconds, where can you challenge yourself? Are you squeezing inner thighs? Every time you exhale, are you contracting abs? Are you zipping up that rib cage, pulling belly button to spine? 15 seconds, everyone finds a child's pose. We'll stand back up, but I want you to rest for a moment. In 10, in 9, take one more big inhale. If your knees are down, can you lift them up? In 5, 4, squeeze, 3, and 2, 1, rest. Big inhale here. Big inhale. You look great. Open these up nice and wide for me. And then as you reach your arms forward, instead of feeling like you just have a moment to lay there, can you actively reach those shoulders, those hands towards that mat further in front of you, taking a big inhale here, taking that big exhale. When you are ready, we are going to stand back up. You take a cat-cow. You can take downward dog. You have about 15 seconds to stand yourself up. Weights are going to come to the side, and we're going to go back into those legs. Little bit different here. You had squats to start. We're going to do some curtsy lunges. If regular lunges feel better because you're in a tight space and have a lot of people, I'm fine with it. You have 3 each direction on your curtsy lunges. I'm just talking you through it. You come back through center for me. You dive your hands down. You walk your hands out, and then you have 3 either step outs or plank jacks. I'm not going to hit that rocking chair. And then you walk back in. It's up and down. If you cannot go up and down, you stay in one of those. You're going to meet me in your curtsies here. You have 3 to each side. In 3, in 2, you meet me. Step right foot behind that left knee, and then that left knee behind that right ankle. It's 3 each side. You meet me center, you dive your hands down, and then you walk your feet out 3 times, or you can jump 3 times. I'm fine with either. Take it slow, take it controlled, but I know some of you want that heart rate up cardio piece of it. As you're here, while you're thinking about this movement, I am fine if you stay in your curtsies. If you decide you don't want to come down to the mat, why don't you add a pulse at the bottom of that curtsy every time, just to stay down there a little bit longer. 20 seconds right here. You're doing great. We've got those curtsies. We walk out into that plank. You ditch that plank jack if you want to. You walk right back in. But I need you to really fight to let your heart rate come up here. You're out in 10. Nice, Kara. 9. We stand at the top in 8. In 7, fight for 6. Everyone stands up in 5. In 4, beautiful. 3 and 2, stand at the top for me. Heels come together, toes are apart. Hands start down. You're going to lift hands and heels up to center, lower down. Here's that traditional. So we got our heart rate up. Now we start to slow it down. Lift, squeeze, and we lower. Your hands here are going to help your balance. Lift and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Good. 10 and 9. We've got 8 and 7. We stay lifted here. In 6, in 5. Who said we need a ballet bar? Anyway, 3 and 2. Hold at the top. We pulse it up 1 inch. Lift. Good. Lift. It's not fast. It's slow and controlled. Arms are out in front of you to help you with that balance. If you put them overhead, that's a challenge right there. And I want you to hold on to it, but I care more about your heel lifts here. So arms are getting that break. Give me 8 more heel lifts. 7 and 6. Do not fatigue your balance right here because you're at the beginning of this series. Don't think you get a break after this. 3. Good. 2. Hold at the top on 1. If you're losing your balance, grab your weights and stick them in front of you. That'll help. If not, your hands can go to prayer or hands can go to your hips. We're going to come down. 2, 3, lift. 2 and 3. We lower down. 2, 3. We lift it up. 2 and we squeeze. Heels are going to stay together, friends. 15 seconds. Your legs should be tired. You got to fight for this right here. I'm starting in the 3 count so you can set your intention. Feel that time under tension. You're about to stay at the bottom. You have 2 more. Come up 1 more time. Meet me at the bottom. Yes, you can. Here we go. In 3, 2, freeze. Reconnect those heels. Reconnect those heels. Beautiful, Kathleen. Hold on to that form. Everyone's going to pulse down 1 inch and up 1 inch. You did this series just a little bit differently in that second position. You know you can. Fight to get your heels higher. Squeeze your heels together. Pulse down 1 inch and up 1 inch. Yes, you can. Pulse down 1 inch and up 1 inch. When you pulse down, you squeeze heels. Press knees out. You press those hands together. Yes, so if everyone's breathing, final 5 right here and a hold, 4 and a hold, 3 and a hold, 2, just freeze for me at the bottom. Can you tuck your hips under and release those hips? Belly button to forehead, release that tailbone. Squeeze, tuck under and release. Good. Squeeze, tuck under and release. Let's put the 2 movements together. Pulse down, tuck under. I'm going to let you stand soon. This is the moment where legs are going to shake and I need you to fight for it. This is muscles changing. Down 1 inch, tuck under. Yes, you can. Down 1 inch, tuck under. Who's ready for the final hold? Down 1 inch, tuck under for 3, for 2, hold. Now hands can go up overhead. Here's what I want everyone to think about. If by lifting your hands overhead, your feet, your heels, and everything came up, I want you to sink your seat. I need you to find your shakes right here. You press palms together if you want to. You have 15 seconds. I want those legs to shake. Beautiful, Kara. Yes, yes, yes. You hold on to that for yourself. Heels lift up. You have 8 seconds, friends. Are you breathing? Take a big inhale. Yes, Mags. 6 right here. 5. Good job, core. 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Everyone comes out of it. Give those legs a nice little punch. Yes, I know. We're coming down to the mat. So we're going to take a moment. I'm not going to make you go up and down. Grab a sip of water. You're going to grab your weights for me and you're going to meet me on that mat. We're going to finish with some arms and abs right here. Oh my gosh, all this breath work. Take a big inhale here for me. I feel like that first 30 minutes flew by, but it could just be me because I'm yelling at you. So from here, I want you to sit down on your bottoms. Any of my friends who have a ball, pillow, if you want to stick something behind you, you can. You don't need it. Weights come to your side. Heels come down. I know I made a quick transition because I have too much I want to do with you guys. From here, grab behind your thighs and then start to feel your tailbone tuck under. So it's like an ice cream scooper just came and scooped out that belly. You should feel tension right here. If you don't, sink down 1 more inch. From here, your weights are in front of you. You have the option if you want them. We're in arms here in an isometric hold in our abs. We're going to lift those weights up. We're going to tap those weights down, but I need your abs to stay nice and warm right here. Beautiful. 10, 9, good. 8 and 7, perfect. 6 and 5. In 4 counts, we're going to leave the weights on the mat. In 3, beautiful. 2. After this last one, set your weights down for me. Now flip your palms up. You're going to pulse down 1 inch, come back up 1 inch. We squeeze down 1 inch, drive your heels down. You're just coming down that little tiny inch back up. Tuck your tailbone, come right back up. Good. 6 here, 5 and 4, perfect. 3 and 2. On 1, can you come down whole? We lift that right foot up. We lift that left foot up. All in those lower abs. You might not feel this, but it's so deep in those abdominals. It's such a nice challenge for you. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors, let your knees fall open a little bit like a butterfly. That's okay. You have 4. Beautiful. 3. Here we go. 2. You're going to stay center for me. And 1, you're going to grab those weights, lift them back up. We come down. 2, 3, lift up. 2, 3, lower, down. 2, 3, lift it up. 2, 3. It's a challenging but slow series. Give me 10 more seconds. Good. Oh, good. I can finally see more of the fan there. You have nice and controlled lowers. We're going to stay up at the top. The second your shoulder blades hit that mat, you come all the way back up for me. Last one, you're going to stay at the top right here. Down 1 inch and up 1 inch. If shoulders are dying, you ditch those weights. Down 1 inch and up 1 inch. 10 right here. 9 and 8. Drive those heels down. Stay low. 6. Good. 5. You're doing great. 4 and 3 right here. It's 2. On 1, bring your weights together in prayer position. Float right leg up, left leg up. Yes, you can. 8 seconds and you're out. 7 and 6. If you need to reach, you reach. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit all the way up. Beautiful job. Set those weights to the side. Left hand hits that mat. We reach that right hand over top. And then we come back through center, reaching that opposite hand down for 3 and 2. On one, come up for me. 3 changes in your arms, and then we're out of them. Bring your palms together, forearms together, and we're just going to start squeezing right here. Squeeze as tight as you can. Don't worry about if you can see me. I want your elbows in line, right with that shoulder height. They're not higher, they're not lower. You are squeezing your forearms. Last little bit of work in your arms. You only have 1 plank left, no push-ups today. What I want you to think about is, can you add that pulse in and up? Add that pulse in and up. Really feel your form right here. Our shoulders relaxed. I need the best posture possible from you as you sit on that mat. As your abs feel a little bit shaky, pulse in and up. Pulse in and up. Don't even let those arms come apart. Just squeeze tighter and lift them up. You have a hold in 5. You have a hold in 4. Yes, nice, Court. You keep going. 3 and a hold, 2 and a hold. This is it. So right here, final 10 seconds. Everyone squeeze as tight as you can. Ruby's cheering you on. 8 seconds. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 6, 5, 4 and a rest, 3 and a rest, 2, 1. Arms come down. Everyone had the same impression. Like everyone looked the same just there. I think what you meant to say was like thumbs up. So what I want you to do now is you're going to get ready to finish. If you have, I'm trying to think, if you have a band, you can potentially put it on, but I think I'm transitioning too quickly for you too. So we're going to come in all 4 here. I would say no props. I know everyone's like, who is advanced wants them. Balas can stay on if you still have them on. You're in your last 5 minutes of work. I'm going to hit those cores and legs. You're starting on that all 4 position. It's a quick transition. They're not pretty today, but you're warm. Your whole body should be warm for you. Start in that all 4 and give me 1 cat-cow stretch. 1 cat-cow, big movements with a little hint of abs. We finish in a plank. You're doing great. In that all 4 position, I'd like you to start on your hands if you can. It's a minute each side, and then you're off of your wrists. From here, flex your right foot. You give me 1 of those donkey kicks, you lower down, you give me 1 of those clamshells. It's like an active recovery stretch because I don't have a ton of time to stretch you today. So this is not meant to be fast. It's meant for you to take your time and really think about where you're squeezing. Your heel has to stay flexed. Heel stays in towards your seat. So when you give me that donkey kick, you're squeezing from center booty. You lower down, you're squeezing from outer thigh. So we're just going from side to side. It's all foundational, basic movements that you know. But what I need you to think about here is how strong you are and where you are squeezing. Good. Take a big inhale and then take that exhale. Perfect. In 10 seconds, I need you to hold that leg in that donkey kick. In 5, good. In 4, final 3 and 2. Everyone find the donkey kick. Extend that leg hold. Extend that leg hold. Take that left arm. Reach it up. Now pulse everything up for 10. For 9, we worked on these this week. 8, 7 and a hold. 6 and 5. Keep squeezing. 4 and 3. Final 2. Hold on 1. Everyone freeze right here. My very advanced friends are going to tuck toes under right here. You're going to bring your hand down, hover that knee. And then my other friends are just going to stay right here in the extra challenge. Flex your foot right here if you can. You're out at 8 and 7. Keep squeezing. Do not let it go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down. You're going to press your forearms into the mat, lift them right back up. Press forearms into the mat, lift them right back up. Good. 8, 7, 6. We're going right into that other side in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top on 1. Left foot flexes. Donkey kick, lower down, clamshell. Yes, you can. Donkey kick, lower down, clamshell. If you come to your forearms, your range of motion is just going to change. But if your wrists are driving you nuts, trust your body. I want you to start exhaling every time that heel lifts or anytime that side thigh lifts. I want you to think about how strong you are right here. I know it's basic movements, but if you squeeze as tight as you can and contract those muscles and pull your abs in, you should get nice and warm. 15 seconds right here. We're in that last 3 minutes of work. So here's where I need you to think about how strong you are and find that breath. Abs, shoulders look so good, Kathleen. Hold on to that form. Nobody has shoulder earrings. In 5 seconds, we're going to lead that donkey kick up in 4. Here we go. In 3. Perfect. 2. Hold it up on 1. Extend that foot. I'd like your heel flex. Can you pull your belly button in right here? Lift that right arm up. Everything goes up an inch and down an inch. Yes, up an inch and down an inch. Make this count. Think about that opposition. Nice. Everyone's breathing. No pressure on that lower back. Deliberately reaching in opposition. 8, 7, nice pace, Kara. 6, no faster. Anybody? 4, good. 3 and a hold. 2 and a hold. Freeze for that last 5 seconds. Hold. Just squeeze as tight as you can for me right here. Find that big reach. Hands come down in 4. In 3, hands come down in 2. You bring everything back down. You find one child's pose because this last plank series will be your favorite. Bring those hips back towards your heels. Reach to the front of that mat. If you have Balas on, ditch them for this last plank series if it's too much. If not, you leave them on. Everyone's coming into that forearm plank shakeout, whatever you need in 5, 4, 3, 2, forearm planks around these rooms. I know. Take a big breath right here for me. Set your intention. I am going to give a couple options right here. We're just chatting, making the time go by fast. Bar burpees are an option that I'm going to talk everyone through. If it's too much, no one needs to get dizzy or sick right now. So you're going to listen to your bodies. You have the option here to add a push-up, stay in your push-up, stay in your plank, or stay in your squats. You're going to go slow or fast, whatever feels good. You still have 15 seconds in this plank hold, setting your intention. If you stay in the plank, I'll give you cues, so don't even stress. You're going to go right into your arm reaches. If not, you're going to walk up to your hands, friends, in 5, walk up to your hands in 4, in 3, walk up to your hands in 2. It's a slow. You walk right foot in, you walk left foot in. You're going to stand up. You give me 1 squat and you come right back down. If you want to stay in the squat, you're going to give me a squat with a heel lift and take your time and fatigue yourself that way. I'm fine with it. You're going to add a pulse at the bottom when you're ready to add that challenge. Kathleen, open heels up a little bit for me. Hip width distance there. Yep. Let them be a little wider. Nice push-up, Kara. So we have the option for that bar burpee. You come all the way down. You give yourself that push-up if you want it. You walk yourself up. We have 25 seconds wherever you are, whatever you've chosen right here. If you're in your squats at this 15-second mark, I want you to stay in your pulses in 3. If you're in your squats, stay there for 2. Now just pulse to finish. Everybody else, you have the option to stay in that bar burpee. If you want the extra challenge, because we didn't do a ton of push-ups, you have 10 seconds left. Give yourself a couple push-ups right here. Everyone's going to meet me standing in 8, in 7. You take your time, finish out wherever you are. You meet me standing in 6, in 5. Yes, friends. 4, 3, 2. Meet me standing on 1. Arms reach up overhead. We're going to go into our slow marches just for 10 seconds. We have 45 seconds until we cut off. I'm just giving you an active recovery. 4 and 3. Beautiful. 2. On 1, hands reach up. We dive them all the way down to our mats. We start to find that nice stretch in the back of our legs, thanking our bodies for working so hard. We slowly reach up. Everything comes up towards that ceiling. Gaze comes up towards that ceiling. Find that soft back bend. And as always, give yourself that great big bow. We switched it up today. We got very warm. Please stretch your bodies out. Have such a great day, and I'll see everybody next Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks,